I will go to any length to bring you a video that I think you will enjoy. Today I find myself 50 feet in the air on a scaffolding in a Catholic church. If you enjoy this video, maybe even learn a little something, be sure to hit that like button. All right, Lisa, very nice to meet you. And you are doing something absolutely amazing in this church we're in, gold leaf. Tell us a little bit about this. How did you learn how to do gold leaf?
I learned actually from our previous employers that took the trade from Italy, actually.
Oh wow!
From the Tuscan area of Italy, and then so they trained me on how to do it, and I've been doing it for almost 40 years now.
Wow! I'm guessing there's not a ton of people around the country that are trained as you are on gold leaf. It's got to be a small group, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it is a growing group now. I think a lot more people are interested in it, whether they're doing frames or working on glass or doing, what we're doing here and ornament on like moldings and stars.
Yeah. And you've been called and have done jobs around the country?
Yes. We've been East Coast. We did some work in Cape Cod recently, and now we're working out in Bend, Oregon. We did some gold leaf actually on their altars that were original Daprato Rigali altars, so that was kind of neat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And so the gold itself, can you show my audience a little bit what that?
We actually have, these are squares of gold leaf, and this is a 3x3 square, and this is a patent gold, so it's actually stuck to the tissue paper.
I see. And it's 23 karat gold. So
Yes.
Some people might wonder, well, it looks like gold, but it's not really gold. That actually is gold.
Yeah. We get it from a studio in Wisconsin.
Hey, hon, have you seen my good Packer shirt? No, not that one. The one I wear to church.
Okay.
They actually are called the gold beaters.
Okay.
So they actually compress the gold onto these sheets.
Yeah, it's amazing how thin gold can be spread and still remain intact.
Yeah. We also have rolls, so depending on the size of our job, like this is a half-inch roll or a quarter-inch roll that we use. And you can see this one's been through.
And the process itself, you started to tell me a little bit.
Sure.
You want to show maybe that
here-
one you're working on?
This one we actually stenciled on some size, which is almost like a varnish.
Okay.
And as it dries, it gets super tacky.
Okay.
And that's what you adhere the gold leaf onto. And so we put this up earlier today, and now we're gonna actually take down the stencil itself.
Oh, wow.
So you can see how the gold leaf star is formed.
Wow. And gosh, how many stars? Do you have an account on how many stars you're doing around the church?
Right now I try to just be consistent with each bay. I try to move them around a little bit, somewhat like a natural sky, but try to be consistent too at the same time where you don't have an overload of one here and then none there.
Okay, so the stars in this field here will be random.
Yeah.
And then,
And there's 3 different sizes that I'm using. So in the center here, I'm using a 6-inch star, and then as I go down, I have a 4 and a 3-inch star. So as I get down to the bottom, so you almost have a movement of stars, so to say.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, so that would be like a random pattern. Then you have other patterns. It just amazes me how you will like space things out just perfectly. And gosh, a ton of measuring involved, huh?
Yeah, well, especially on this beam here, we did the stenciling, and you can see we did use some gold leaf on here. We used a gold piece, and then a gold leaf. So in this inner portion is the gold leaf on that flower, and then this is the gold paint. So you can see the difference, especially on an angle. You can see how the light catches the gold leaf a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that it doesn't tarnish over time. It will oxidize a little bit depending on if you have candles or any kind of incense will oxidize them, but they'll never lose their brilliance. The gold leaf is, it just lasts forever.
Yeah, and we're about 50 feet in the air right now on scaffolding, but the folks in the pews will be able to admire this just, hopefully soon when the project is done, and then, for generations to come.
Yes.
How cool.
Yeah.
How about this big design here
Medallion in the center?
Yeah, is that what it's called, a medallion?
Medallion, yeah. So that was to give it kind of an ornament, to pick up some ornament that you have in your sanctuary, your existing sanctuary ornament. So we just wanted to give an idea of, you know, the center portion of the bay, and then with the stars illuminating down.
How
and
beautiful.
it brings you all back to the sanctuary.
How much gold is actually used? The precious metals guys on my channel are going to want to know. So out of this whole church, would you say, I don't know, a half an ounce, a quarter ounce, or is it kind of hard to manage?
Sheets, so that's hard for me to figure. But let's say a box of gold leaf is about 500 sheets.
Okay.
So I've gone through probably about a half of that.
Okay.
And then I've used some rolls too. So I could find out as far as the ounces are, but
Do you know the value on the box that you purchased?
it's a little over $600, I think, right now.
Okay.
It changes obviously with gold, but it's about $680.
Okay. Gotcha. So that is, you know, it's amazing how just such a small amount of gold,
Yeah.
you know, that's the size of, a quarter ounce coin probably, can be spread around and to beautify this entire space.
Yeah.
And as far as anybody watching who might think, well, this is a cool thing, it's a family business for you?
It is a family business, but we have, you know, some of our craftsmen have been with us for, 35 years or so.
Okay. How about the next generation of craftsmen and women?
Yeah.
Do you see young people going into this?
There are a few. We have a few new apprentices that we're teaching right now. So, yeah.
You were telling me earlier that like the trend is to beautify spaces like this as opposed to the minimalist look.
Yes, that's coming back. All the ornaments seem to be coming back, including murals. So we're doing a lot of restoration of murals or new murals. We also do stained glass in our studio too. So we're seeing that quite frequently, a lot more new stained glass, which we can do a traditional style glass.
Okay.
It's like a Zettler style traditional glass up to some new modern stained glass also.
Do you do stained glass as well?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, huh?
Well, yeah. It's a small business.
Yeah.
But,
well, I certainly appreciate you taking some time away from your job and the big job that you have.
Yeah.
About how far along are you on this job?
So we're finishing up today the stars, and then they'll be taking down scaffolding sometime this week.
Okay.
And then I think they'll move into a next phase of cleaning and so forth on the walls. I believe that's the next phase. So.
All right. Well, thanks again.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Hey, let me show you what that ceiling looks like now that it's done. Absolutely beautiful. Special thank you to Lisa for spending a little bit of time with me. And let's go take a look at that star that she was working on. And I'll tell you what, that one will go down in history. It was such a nice opportunity. And by the way, if you like this video, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I make interesting content that I hope people will enjoy with a variety of topics about precious metals, in this case, gold, but I also make lots of videos about silver as well. Feel free to click on through and watch another one. Thanks for watching.